Well, if there's something that you just had to do with your Valentine's Day, I'm sure it was go and watch an anthropomorphic blue hedgehog fight robots for an hour and a half. Because nothing goes better with the holiday of love than a bright blue mammal getting busy. That was awkward. Well, to be perfectly honest, I would have gone to see it myself if I had time. Or super speed. I have neither of those things. But the Sonic movie is definitely a new step for the entire Sonic franchise. And oh, not that Sonic. There we go. That's much better. So before the Sonic movie can literally change the face of the Sonic franchise for all of eternity, or not, seriously, I don't know which way this is gonna go. What has been your favorite Sonic game so far? Let me hear it in the comments, and I also figured it might be a good time to review Sonic Generations for, reasons. Do I really have to give you one? By the year 2011, when this bad boy came out, Sonic had been running for 20 years straight. And it seemed he had become nothing but a sad, bloody stump running straight into the wall of mediocrity. Or at least, that's where he was going according to these Metacritic scores of these notoriously bad games. There's too many! Make it stop! But there was a ray of light. Sonic Generations. It was touted as a love letter to Sonic fans that would focus on all of the great things that Sonic has done up to 2011. They even represent the original, shorter, fatter Sonic. How come OG Sonic starts out all short and fat, and then he becomes more angst and streamlined like this? Well, me on the other hand, I used to look like this. Take it in, folks, because that's what I used to look like, and now I look like this. That's okay. At least I'm not shorter. I hope. And the new Sonic is all angst and lanky. Anyway, the game starts with you taking control of OG Sonic in the Green Hill Zone. But when you've finished, a time-warping, interdimensional, super evil black and purple monster bursts out of the sky and attacks! Then you watch as Angst Sonic gets a sick-ass surprise party thrown by all of his friends filled with chili dogs and the rest of the Sonic Adventure crew. When the same big monster comes crashing into the world and starts sucking up all of Sonic's friends into a portal it came out of. Sonic escapes the portal demon, and next thing you know, is Angst Sonic is all alone in a world without color. Except for himself, of course. Then you pick the first stage, the Green Hill Zone. You play through as Angst Sonic in a revamped version of the level to match Angst Sonic's game style. At the end of the stage, you find Tails frozen. As you approach him, he mysteriously unfreezes and starts talking about while he was frozen, and it's kinda creepy. And I quote,
"Thanks, Sonic. I thought I was dead, floating without a body in a black limbo. Ugh, I'm gonna have nightmares for weeks."
Damn! I don't know if he's gonna be okay. They talk for a while before discovering that when both versions of the stage are completed, the zone's color and life returns. So yeah, we need to beat all these levels with both Sonics. Before you know it, both Sonics and Tails meet each other, and they realize that this weird time monster thingy must have taken their timelines and mashed them all together. So naturally, they combine forces to save the world! Worlds!
How did this happen?
Yeah!
If you guys are really us, what number are we thinking of? 69, dudes!
For being a fairly new fan of Sonic games, I was a little worried he wouldn't look as good outside of 16 bits. But hot damn, I gotta say, I love the way the OG Sonic looks while playing these levels. It really feels like a smooth representation of the original games and the newest Sonic game, Sonic Mania. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, I was straight up afraid to see how the Angst Sonic levels were going to handle and play before starting this game. All I had heard about Sonic games after Sonic and Knuckles is that they all progressively got worse and worse. So when I started playing Angst Sonic, I was pleasantly surprised. The look of classic levels have been shifted to play well, and are pretty damn fun at the same time. Kinda makes me want to go check out the original Sonic Adventure game, plus the moment I learned I needed to use the L and R buttons to move left and right while in this style of gameplay, I became very comfortable with controlling him as well. And luckily, he doesn't look like this Sonic. I just don't understand. Why waste so much medical tape? Like, what is he doing with all those bandages on his hands? Hope he's not hurting himself. Literally everything in Generations is beautifully done. I love how they've crafted levels that work in two distinctly different game styles. The OG Sonic levels are always 2D 16-bit era platforming, while Angst Sonic gets classic Sonic Adventure 3D style gameplay. And after completing each set of levels, they throw in an animated cinematic cutscene. Bonus fact, all of the enemies are great looking and surrounded by beautiful levels. Whether they be rolling green hills or decaying cities, there is always something really cool for your eyes to take in. To start, both Sonics handle differently. OG Sonic is more built to handle precise platforming, while Angst Sonic is built for speed, and they both took me a minute to get really good with, especially Angst Sonic. At first, I had a hell of a time making him do exactly what I wanted, and it kind of felt like he was fighting me on it. Okay, Sonic, for real. I need, just sit right there, you're good. Oh, dude, back up, Sonic, damn! Just give me my space. Back up, Sonic, I need my bubble! Once you get comfortable with these controls, you can start flying through levels like a pro. And I really like the fact that you don't start Generations with the best possible Sonic. What I mean is that while you're going through the game, you unlock challenges by beating the main levels. You have to beat one challenge per Sonic in each area to unlock a key, of which you need 3 to progress to boss fights. We'll come back to those, but these challenges range from beating a ghost version of Sonic to the end of a level, to smashing up as many enemies as you can within an unallotted amount of time. Other challenges include teaming up with allies like Tails, who can fly, to make it over certain obstacles that Sonic can't do on his own to fight a mini-boss. Well, some of these challenges unlock abilities that Sonic can equip to give him a tactical edge, like gaining 3 bubble shields per level, turning all enemies on screen into rings, making them stop on a dime, all the way to becoming a bright yellow flying Super Saiyan Sonic God. I mean, come on, we all know where they got that exact look from. By the way, did you know there's a plethora of Sonic/Goku fan art? Well, bonus fact number 2, there is, and yes, you're welcome. You can customize which ability he can use within a certain limit. So not only do you get to pick your own playstyle, but you upgrade Sonic along the way, and I love that. Now, back to the bosses. Each area has 3 levels. Each level has challenges to unlock that both OG Sonic and Angst Sonic need to complete at least one of to unlock the key for said level. Once you get all 3 keys from each level inside that area, you can then go to the end of the area to unlock the boss fight and, progress through the game. That's not a whole lot to say at all! There are only 6 main boss fights, and a couple of them aren't even bad guys, like Sonic and Silver the Hedgehog, who are more friend than foe. Or, at least, that's, to my understanding, that's correct, right? Please tell me if I'm wrong. I hope I'm not wrong. So, these are more like friendly challengers, just standing around waiting so they can hand over a Chaos Emerald. And the other bosses are trying to kill you. All of the bosses play similar. They have a pattern that you need to figure out so Sonic can get close and hit them. Do that a handful of times and, well, you win. They're pretty fun to play against, and the fact that you can go back and fight them again just gives you a chance to get the whole game completely perfect. There's even a hard mode on the bosses after you've beaten them once. Beyond that though, the actual controls, like jumping and sliding, are all mapped in spots that feel natural, and I even went a step further and plugged in my wireless Sega controller and played that way, just making the whole experience that much better, especially when I unlocked the entirety of the original Sonic game. Oh my gosh, it just added the perfect touch to a really fun Sonic game. All in all, I really had a blast playing Sonic Generations. I enjoyed the controls, I appreciated the level design, I now love both Sonics, and I have a deeper appreciation for the Sonic franchise as a whole. I really wish I could leave it at that. But, regrettably, there are a few blemishes in Generations that keep this game from being a perfect 10. First off, why does this happen? I understand these are just some not great camera angles, and I can't see that there's nothing below me, but come on! This is pure bullshit for a game built around the premise. Generations, more often than not, will punish you for just that thing. While hauling ass, a lot of the time a level will run you right into a wall of spikes, or just run you off the level entirely. And I understand that's to keep you trying over and over to get better and faster, but there are many times where it just feels a little cheap. So I had to mention it. Of course, the moment you learn to blaze through a level, it really feels awesome. So this complaint is a bit of a paradox. Next thing that bugs me is just how short the entire game is. There are only 9 levels in total that you play through with each Sonic, and many of those can be beaten in just 3 minutes. Of course, they add the challenges to stretch out the playtime some, but again, those do not take long to beat either. But the main reason that this bugs me is because what is here is really amazing. There is so much history to Sonic, it just seems that they could have added more levels without too much effort. I just need more! And the last complaint is the final boss. Everything good about Generations, like control, the levels, the challenge, literally none of that is present in the final boss fight. You listen to way too many people say, "You can do it, Sonic!"
Do it, Sonic!
Come on, Sonic! Smack him! You've got this, Sonic.
You can win, Sonic.
You've got the power, Sonic. Focus your spirit.
We're with you guys! Believe in you, Sonic!
Don't give in, Sonic.
I know you can do this, Sonic.
You can win, Sonic! You always do!
Then they both get up, and both Sonics go super, and they just kind of float into the boss. It's not hard, it's definitely not fun, and the controls are basically non-existent. I feel like anything I did with the controls never registered to what happened on screen. It is just not up to snuff to the rest of the game. Fighting. Again, that's only 3 fairly minor complaints that seriously didn't affect the overall game, just the performance of it from time to time. So, no, it's not a perfect 10, but I am going to give it a 9 out of 10 for being just an all-around amazing and fun game. And I gotta add that the music, oh my gosh, the music is so good. I really enjoyed the revamped versions of the original soundtrack, and I loved the songs that they cherry-picked from other Sonic games to throw into this one. Seriously, I don't know if there's a song in this game that I didn't thoroughly enjoy. That being said, if you've been a long-time Sonic fan and you haven't played Sonic Generations yet, what are you doing with your life? And if you are brand new to Sonic and you just want to check out, see what it feels like from a little bit of old school perspective to a little bit of new school's perspective, this game seriously might be the best place to start. It is so fun and you get a great range of gameplay. Done very well. thank you so much for watching another stay-at-home dad game review. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It actually helps me out a big ol' amount. And a thank you to both my patrons, Tyler and Robert. Seriously, your guys' support means the world to me. And if you guys are ever in Denver and you're looking for a kick-ass video game store to go to, check out Level 7 Games. Seriously, there's no other store you need to go to. Trust me. That freaking store is the best. The best! I do love that store though, for real. I mean it. Deep down in my balls!